I have decided to take a break from dating, mostly because of a conversation that I had with a 34-year-old man. He said, I don't take shits in public anymore. I was like, oh, why? Did something happen? He said, no, I just don't know how to wipe. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I don't know how to wipe. So, like, I just take a shit at home and then take a shower. I was like, what do you mean you don't know how to wipe? He's like, well, I would just be sitting there wiping and wiping and wiping, and, like, the shit would never get cleaned. And so I'd just be walking around with dirty ass. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
There's so many things I want to say about this video. What are women attracted to? Do women not understand, right? Because I'm saying, like, how women are, their dating habits, right? Their, what they think that they should do, right? Because a lot of women, in my honest opinion, are going for purely, either he's attractive and or he has money. I don't think women are going for people with personality, okay? Where they are morally sound, they are good human beings, they're productive adults. I don't, because here's the thing, that doesn't sound like a productive adult. That doesn't sound like productive. And then you say, oh, that's all men. Really? I know plenty of men that take a shower every day and also know how to clean themselves. I know plenty of men that, like, don't have a problem with cleaning themselves, with wiping. So it's like, no, it's the men you choose. Women gotta really understand, there are like, what is it, 160 million men in here? You're not picking right. You're not picking right. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna sound bitter, right? But this is the thing with women like that, right? Is that they don't realize that they're going for men that they are attracted to. Because me personally, I've done the dating apps and stuff like that, and you get women that don't even bother talking to you. They don't even bother talking to you. I guarantee you, there's plenty of women like this they don't bother talking to any man they see, but the one man that you know what, he's attractive, so she'll give him a chance. That's the thing. That's how women do their selection. Okay, you know, he's attractive, so I'll give him a chance for a date. Well, you know what, I get all these DMs from all these men, but you know what, none of them are attractive or whatever, or they don't spark my interest, so I'll ignore it, I'll go sit, whatever. The one man that you chose, this is the thing women gotta understand. You have options, right, from dozens of men. Yet the one man you chose is the one man that can't wipe his ass. Think about that. I really want women to understand that, because it's not that, okay, it's not that a whole year, the only man that ever been on your DM, that ever even looked your way, right? The only person that DM'd you, hollered at you, looked your way, whatever, was that one man that can't wipe his ass. So, okay, then I have sympathy for women if that's the case, where the only option you ever had, right, let's say in a year, was that one man. I got it. Okay, I understand. But that's a fucking lie. That's not true. Majority of women have plenty of options. Plenty of men in their DMs. Plenty of men ask them out on a date. Plenty of men are hollering them at their, approaches them. There's plenty of options. Okay, plenty of messages on dating apps. But guess what? It's that one man you chose to go on a date with. It's that one man you chose to get in a relationship with. It's that one man you chose to have a kid with. The one man you chose to get married to. Out of the dozens upon dozens of other men you chose not to choose. So then it's like, I find it funny that, okay, oh my God, I chose the one shitty man. I'm done with dating. And this is why men say pick better. Pick fucking better. Why are women, the only ones women are picking are the ones women are complaining about. Literally, you are picking them, right? Women are picking these said men. No one's forcing these men on them, okay? And I hate to say, well, I don't want to say that, oh, what about me? Because then it's not like, then, that's the kind of thing. But I'm saying, like, there are men out there, okay? There are men out there that they are, they're serious, they're committed-minded, I don't know, they know how to wipe their ass, they're stable job, whatever. There are men that fit certain criteria. But women need to be more honest. They're just not attracted to those men. But yet, women are finding out that the men they are attracted to are the ones they complain about. These men that they're attracted to are the losers, or the men that don't know how to wipe their ass, or the men that cheat, lie, abuse, don't want to commit. These are the men that women are choosing.
We need to stop chasing men, and this is about to get biblical, so buckle up. When you are constantly chasing men and proving yourself to them, you're letting them know all they have to do is exist to win you over. Men are wired to pursue, so when they don't have to, they devalue the thing that they attain. God did not create Eve so that she would throw herself at Adam. Adam had to literally give a piece of him to attain her. A man that truly sees your value will show it. He will show you that he is worthy of attaining your presence, your peace, your softness, your energy. Eve was not out here searching for Adam. She was created due to a sacrifice that he made. So a man that wants you will pursue you. Do not do his job for him. It does not work that way.
Why do women do this, right? I keep on trying to hold on to the notion that women are smart, right? I keep on holding on to that notion. Because, fine, you want to talk, why do women want to pick and choose things to prove their point? Right? So you want to go biblical, okay. That is Exodus, right? 2017. So you might as well, biblical, are women property or women the property of men? Right? I mean, like, you can Google this shit. I'm not a Bible thumper, right? But if you want to use the Bible, well, use it completely. Don't pick and choose what you want to use, right? the Bible is not really all that loving to women. So you want to use the Bible? You want to go that way? We can definitely do that. We can definitely do that. Also, to say biologically, I mean, like, so this is the thing. Women don't realize that they are pretty much incels, right, with their mindset, or red pillars with their mindset. So you want to put biological. So is it fair to say that women are biologically wired to just be, baby makers, right? Men should just view women as baby makers. If a woman does not, if she doesn't allow herself to be a property of a man, uh, you know, cook and clean for him and produce kids for him, she's less than, right? You want to do that. I can find that in the Bible as well, but you want to do biologically. Yes, women their purpose is to produce. Is that fine? Is that cool, right? If men come out here and say women's purpose on this earth is produce, so we better make women start producing. Our birth rate is declining. Well, we as men should start pushing that notion around. Women better start producing. Stop with the career shit. I find I'm trying so hard to stick to the notion that women are smart. I really am. And women, the women that are supporting her thing, it's making it really hard.
I feel like as a man, like carrying around a gallon of water, that's so attention seeking. That's like almost as attention seeking as like being left-handed. Like there's so many, like I get it, you need to drink a gallon of water every single day, but like literally just pour the gallon into a bottle. Like just pour it into a bottle. Like you're carrying a gallon around with you while you walk. Like we don't care.
You obviously do care since you're making a video about it, right? You have an opinion about it, so you care, you somewhat care. And this is the thing, this is what men deal with. Everything a man does, men's entire existence is a complaint to women. It gets really tiring, okay? This is why I've said this countless times before, where I wish women would actually just truly decenter men, right? Please do, right? I wish women would, you know what? They have so much complaints about men. Just be single, right? I've said this countless times before. If you are happily single, please decenter men. Decenter men. Don't think about them. Don't like. I know women are able to do it. Make them invisible, right? A lot of women can literally don't even see men, right? They can make men invisible to them. Do that, please. Because, God forbid, you're complaining about a man carrying around a jug of water. It's like, I swear, women will complain men that simps on them. Women will complain men that don't simp on them. Women will complain men carrying a jug of water. Women will complain of men. It's just like, just decenter men. I swear, I don't know, right? All the women I see that say, oh, you got decenter men, or we decenter men, okay. None of them do. I don't think a single woman that actually says she decenters men actually truly decenter men by the concept, right? Where you don't even think about men. Men are not even in your the word men is literally evaporated from your vocabulary. That's true decentering. Shit like this is tiring. It really is. And this is the thing. Imagine how men feel, right? Every day. Men go onto social media, go into any forms of entertainment. It's always some form of slight against men, some form of criticism against men. It's tiring.
I hate when people say a degree does not equal intelligence, because in fact, that's exactly what that equals. It's a symbol of that person's ability to go to some university for so many years and gain intelligence on whatever matter they got their degree in. Now, what y'all mean to say is the lack of a degree does not equal the lack of intelligence. Context matters.
Saying that context matters yet gave really no context. Why do I say that? Because it is true. A degree doesn't necessarily equal intelligence. Why? A degree in theater, what kind of intelligence does that equal? A degree in, let's say, gender studies, what does that equal? What level of intelligence does that equal? What problem-solving skills did you gain, right, with a degree in... I saw I don't know if you guys seen it a while ago, right? A whole lot of women saying these degrees of African studies, God, all these crazy ass names, right? All these crazy ass names. Colonialism of this, blah, 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 blah. It's just all these crappy shit. So what intelligence did these degrees produce? Again, no one's talking about, oh, a degree in engineering, a degree in mathematics, a degree in, let's say, technology, engineering, a degree in physics. No one's talking about that shit. That's not what people are talking about. What is a degree in communication? Really, what kind of intelligence does that improve? Or does that produce? Right? Context matters. So really, no one is saying, oh, a degree in mathematics is not equal intelligence. You are going about things disingenuously. Right? And we know that. No one is saying, oh, a degree in, I don't know, just some other sciences, whatever, is not a level of intelligence. That is. But again, context matters. People are not saying those types of degrees. STEM field, people always say that if you're going to get a degree, you should get a degree in STEM field. Okay? Because those require a high level amount of intelligence and they produce, a high level of income. And this is a thing where women like this are just so disingenuous because this is the problem we're having. That people are passing classes. People are, or they just remember some kind of facts or whatever. And passing classes with, let's say, a C. Let's say, I don't know, even some maybe a D, right? You're passing classes bare minimum. Right? Let's say, I've known so many people who just skirted by, right, through college and still got a degree. Does that mean intelligence? Does that really? These are not valedictorians, right? These are not top of their class, even in any kind of field, right? They're not top of their class in their communication major. No. These are usually below average or just average in all of these kind of majors. They're not, like future PhD in, I don't know, colonialism and shit like that. I don't know. I had an aunt who honestly, majored in, had a degree, or PhD, I think, in linguistics, like language. Okay, that's great and all, but now she's doing real estate. The intelligence is what? Right? I mean, it's just a thing where if you are so intelligent, why can you make it work? Right? Why can you make it work? Why can you figure out, maybe this isn't a good idea? Right? Maybe this isn't a good idea. We misconstrue intelligence. Right? Let's say being the most smartest person in, let's say, a colonialism, African studies major with a degree means what? That doesn't mean a high level of intelligence. So, shit like this is so disingenuous, so honestly dishonest. It really is. But I do agree that, not having a degree doesn't mean that you're not smart, right? That you're not intelligent, because people can develop intelligence by critically thinking, by continuously learn. And that's the thing where a lot of people in college are not desiring the learning process, right? They're not desiring the learning process. They're not desiring to open their minds to different forms of thoughts, critical thinking, all that shit. They're not. A lot of them are just trying to have fun while they're young and just pass by to get whatever degree they're in. So, what a dishonest take.
I'll never buy a red pill talking point that if you're not super hot, nobody's gonna date you. You know why? Because I just recently started watching My 600-Pound Life, and a lot of people there have girlfriends, boyfriends, or even married. And I'm not saying this is an insult to overweight people. It's actually the opposite. Because their point is that there's a formula of what attractiveness is, right? A certain height, a certain body shape, certain facial features. And if you don't look like that, nobody's gonna want you. And of course, this can be easily disproven by just literally walking on the street and looking at people. But those who don't go outside and touch grass, I just give you a perfect example you can check out online.
This is a thing where some people, they go about red pill talking point, and they go about it with emotion, not logic. The talking point isn't that, oh, if you're not top tier good looking, nobody wants you. That's not the talking point. Okay, it's that if you are at your best, okay, at your best, particularly like let's say at your best looking, you have more options. You have options with the people you want, not the people you settle for, not the people that you could get. And let me say this, right? The viewpoint, I mean, the ideology is different for men and women. For a woman, there will always be a desperate man out there for her, no matter what category she is. Dating is absolutely, utterly easy for a woman, okay? There will always be a man out there that will want you. So, regardless, right? 600-pound women, there's a man out there that wants you. There's a man that, can't get no other woman, and he finds you attractive because he'll go for you, right? While the same cannot necessarily be said for men. If he doesn't have something about him, he ain't getting nobody. Women, you want a woman. There's a man out there that wants you. For a man, he can get what he could get, if he could get anything at all. There are more... I've seen the TLCs, those videos, those movies, or those shows. Most of the men do not have a woman, right? Most of those 600-pound men, if not all of them, I can't remember any one of those 600-pound men that actually has a woman. But I could be wrong, right? But I would at least say that most of those 600-pound men don't have a woman. But a lot of those, if not most of those 600-pound women, do have a man. Usually, a man that's thinner than her. So that can show you the disparity. So saying if you're not good looking, you can't get no one, is usually towards the men. That's not usually aimed at women, because by dating statistics, most men find most women attractive. The same cannot be said for men. By dating statistics as well, most women find most men unattractive. So it's not that you don't get red pill talking points. It's that you don't want to get it. It's that you try not to get it. Right? It's that you don't use critical thinking about it. Right? It's no emotion to it. Right? Clear observation. And her observation is showing you the truth. Where again, most of those 600-pound women have a man, and usually a man that's thinner than her. No matter of fact, but still thinner than her. a lot of those men, if not all of those men, right, the one that's 600 pounds, the one that's obese, don't have someone. And again, the talking point of if you're not top tier attractive, you can't get no one it's hyperbole, right? Hyperbolic. But again, it is true in a sense where you definitely ain't getting the one you want. And for men, the thing is, if you're unattractive, you are definitely gonna have a hard time, right? The more down the ladder of attraction you are, the harder it is for you. For women, even though yes, it would be harder, the lower you go down, it's not the same level. It's not the same it's not the same difficulties. So that explains it, right? You don't understand it? Well, I explained it. Oh, and I also wanted to point out this, right? A lot of people gotta understand when you hear these talking points, they're in general, right? They're not specific. So think about this, where they use statistics to make their arguments. It is true that there are more women in relationships than men in certain age groups, certain demographics. So there's a lot of basis for these arguments. Okay, there are actually a growing number of men who have years have never been in a relationship or never had anyone. So yes, that's the thing where it makes up. I already told you the dating statistics, right? Where most women find most men unattractive, and another dating statistic where there are less and less men actually going on having relationships, having relationships with women. So again, using specific examples doesn't necessarily counteract that talking point.
I just went on a date with a man, and then this other girl walks into the bar and leaves. I go to the bathroom, I come back. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna go. We walk outside. The bartender, who I'm very good friends with because my best friend works at this bar, is like, yeah, you just left. I cannot do it. I can't date men anymore.
I'll support you. Stop dating men. But I'll also say this, right? I think it was a jerk move for him to not at least pay his half. But that is an insane tab. This is the thing where I find a lot of women funny where they said, oh, like men are like, it's insane that men won't go 50-50. Oh, it's just a little bit of money. Why men are complaining? Is $450? What the fuck were you eating and drinking? It's like, this is the thing where, and then you wonder why, right? Coffee dates became a thing, right? Shit like this, the whole scenario. You wonder why coffee dates is a thing. I think she would have not lost out on money if she did a coffee date. And the insane, I just can't get over it. 450, and I'm like thinking about it, right? Even if it's equal, right? Let's say split it equally, which I kind of doubt. It's usually not equal. But why did she eat and drink worth $225? That is insane. In one night, that is the amount of food and water or food and drinks you consumed. 225. And then you wonder why men are doing 50-50 dates or coffee dates. This is insane. That is an insane amount. I don't know about you, right? That's an insane amount. It really is. I swear, I'm just flabbergasted by that amount. I mean, are there men out there that's fine with spending $500 on dates? I mean, if that is you go. You have the money. But what a waste of money, right? Because I've seen it plenty of times. A lot of these women you probably won't see again, right? She probably won't even want to see you on a second date. Maybe you don't want to see her on a second date. So you just drop like $500 like it's nothing, and all the more power to you. It's such a waste of money in my opinion.
My mom's life is proof that your standards are not too high. She has basically never cooked, cleaned, or worked in her life. She's in her early 50s, and I would say all the work that she's ever done in her life combines to maybe 1 year of regular work. My parents eat out almost every single meal, so that means my mom cooks like twice a week when she really wants to, or my sister is asking for something specific. With cleaning, my dad does almost all of it, or we hire someone, and with laundry, my mom does the actual laundry itself, but the folding and putting away, which is the hard part, is all done by my dad. He also pays her a salary through his company, and so she is independently of him a millionaire in her own account, and that can never be taken away from her by him or anyone else. She basically has no obligations to my dad. He never tries to say she needs to do this or that. She just literally vibes and chills and does whatever she wants to do. If you want to get a vision of what her life is like, it's like a 20-year-old guy who goes to a private college but happens to be near his house, so he still lives at home and his mom and dad do everything for him. Also, my dad had a crush on my mom in elementary school, and he tracked her down after he finished his MBA and literally moved from South Korea to America to be with her. So keep those standards up, lady.
This is why, in my honest opinion, women are a danger to other women. Here's the thing. Amazing for your mom. But your mom isn't proof that you should keep your standards high. Your mom is proof that there will always be exceptions. Always exceptions. Here's the thing. My sister, I love her, right? I love her, but she is miserable. She's annoying. She's combative, aggressive. She is pig-headed. She is, you know, she's the epitome of my way, the highway. She is very, very strong-willed, which is great as a sister person, whatever. She doesn't really, she's not really a cook. She's not really a domestic type. She's not really a loving type. She's very emotionless a lot of times, right? She wouldn't cry for you. She's not that affectionate. It's like she's literally a stone wall, right? In every sense of the word, right? But she found her soulmate. You know what? For me, I've never believed. I stopped believing in soulmates, but my sister has proven the exception to that rule. She's not the rule, the exception. Okay? She's found a man that would do everything that she's not. He's everything she's not, and he literally completes her. Literally, she's like a puzzle, right? And he's that missing piece. She said to her, she knows that, you know what? If something happens to him and whatever happens to the relationship, she knows she can never find another man like him. She knows that that's special. She knows that that's rare. She knows that she's too hard for most people. This is the thing where we gotta stop this, right? We gotta stop, particularly women, making exceptions your life, right? Your standards, this is why I should have my high standards. This is why I should do this. No, if it happens to you, right? This is the thing where she don't realize, and with her mom, and how I realized with my sister, things can happen in an exception. But it's like, you think that's right? Yeah, people can win the lottery. Do you think that you could? Yeah, it is, in this world, people do win the lottery. But to think that you will win it is kind of delusional, right? Because you're playing a, 1 in a 100 million chance? It happens, right? 1%, it happens, right? A 0.0001%, it's there. But if you live your life by, it can happen, or the smallest of small percent chance it can happen, you are living your life wasteful. You are living your life delusional. Like, oh my God, my standards are insane high. I want a man that's 6'3" exactly. I want a man that makes $1 million exactly or more. I want a man that's charming, that's funny, that's caring, that's monogamous, it's not a womanizer, that he's never, it's like, yeah, is there a possibility of him out there? Yeah. But if you live your life by the 1% possibility, that is, in my honest opinion, the definition of delusional. Okay? Things can happen. Exceptions do happen. But I just think that's poisonous, right? I think that's poisonous to a lot of women, where now a lot of women say, hypothetically, they live their life by that the hope for that 1%. And now, they wasted, let's say they're 40, 50, 60. And I was like, what happened to the 1%? What happened to all these women telling me that, you know what, keep my high standards. It's going to happen for you, right? God is going to drop this 1% man down, onto your lap, right? Believe, manifest. What happened? And I was like, I listened to all these women touting this manifesto, this belief, and it didn't happen for me. Now I regret so much. Stop doing this. Right? If it happens, great. Awesome for you. You are lucky. But remember, you are lucky. Right? It's not because you worked for it. It's not because you did anything for it. I think this mindset is delusional and harmful.
My mom chose a white man to be my father, and he still left.
This might be controversial, where I believe women in general have poor vetting skills, have poor picking skills. Right? For women, dating is like you go to an ice cream store and you see hundreds of flavors and you pick the one that you want. But usually, right, the one that you want is you're attracted to it. Cool. Or what kind of job he has. Okay. How he talks, right? His charm, if he's funny, okay? If he's tall. Very superficial traits. Right? And then you wonder, wow, this man cheated on me. This man lied to me. This man abused me. This man is like a womanizer, so on and so on. Traits that are inside. Right? This is the thing where you see that a lot, where let's say black women, right? Where it's like, black men treat me terribly. I'm gonna go for white men. And only to find out that, these white men treat me terribly as well. But you don't realize that it's not because of his race. It's not because how tall he is, how good looking he is, how wealthy he is. It's because women neglect personality. They will push up superficial traits, right? You know what? I'm done with black men. I'm gonna go for white men. Instead of, I'm done with the men that have poor morality, no character, no principles, no boundaries, right? Terrible talking skills, terrible emotional intelligence, terrible personality. I'm gonna go for men that do have those, right? It's just like women don't understand that they're just switching, they think that women, I'm not going for black men, so I'm going for white men, and they think it solved the problem, when honestly, they don't realize it's the superficial traits, right? That it's them putting such high emphasis, right? High desire on the superficial traits was the main problem, was the problem all along, right? There are good black men out there. There are black men that would love you, cherish you, respect you, that are emotionally intelligent, that's loving, that's monogamous, you just don't want them. You're not attracted to them. And this is why I've said that I don't have sympathy for women. It's not that you can't find a man. It's not like you can't find a good man, a monogamous man, a man that's loving, respecting, whatever. It's that the problem that women are facing, and they're not saying, is that they're not attracted to the men that are. That's the problem.